So anyway, what exactly can ScrapeBox do? Well, ScrapeBox can do more or less anything. What do I mean by more or less anything? Well, there's basically no limits to what ScrapeBox can do. It can check if your website's indexed in Google, Bing, Yandex. It can do that very easy. It can also allow you to send sitemaps. It can allow you to find Web 2.0s. It can allow you to find expired domains, find backlink sources such as guest posting sites, forum sites, basically any website online, which is in Google, Bing, or Yandex, it can find. It can use DuckDuckGo. You can basically target it so it only finds, say, for argument's sake, say the Pakistani part of Google, the Indian part, the Russian part, it doesn't really matter. You can basically train it to do anything or get it to do things. It can allow you to find free proxies, but with regards to the whole Russian versus Ukraine war, the free proxies probably won't work for a while because everyone's basically using that for a whole cyber war, whatever you want to call it. You can also use it to check if a website's been hacked. If a site's been hacked, it is possible to use ScrapeBox to identify and say, has this website been hacked or not? Now, like everything, nothing's 100% correct, please note, but it can do these sort of things. You can also use it to perform audits in your site. What do I mean by audits? Well, you can do keyword research using it. You can basically have a Moz API code or key installed so you can do Moz related things. You can also download YouTube videos. There's basically more or less no limit to what you can do for doing this. You can use it to do simply on-page improvements. You can do keyword research with it. You can find backlinks. You can get clients. You can get email addresses. You can use the free form of ScrapeBox, or you can get the paid version, which will then scrape things like Yellow Pages, Yelp, that kinds of stuff, and give you their contact details / their map location, that kind of stuff. It can basically do more or less anything skill-wise. There's not really any limit to what it can do. It can also, as well, let's just say for some reason you need 1,000 fake names. It can do that for you. You just click your mouse, and it'll give you 1,000 males, 1,000 females, 500 males, 500 women, doesn't really matter. It can give you fake email addresses if you need them for some reason. If you just want to make a comment but you don't want to, say, register, it can give you free email address and that. It can also as well allow you to see data more quickly. You can also as well, when it comes to say you're doing a SEO job. Let's just say for some reason you can't use, just for argument's sake, the word sex. You don't want basically any sites which contain the word sex. Well, you can basically use this software and put in the blacklist. In the blacklist, you can basically you won't have any sites which contain the word sex or any other word. If you don't want drugs or something like that, you can input in the word and you don't want to say drugs, you don't want weed, something like that. You can basically put it in your blacklist. You also have the opposite form, which is called a whitelist. The whitelist means something you prefer to find. For example, if you had a health domain, you might make the decision the thing you want to find most is something in relation to acne. Say you've got an acne or a skincare site. You could put in your whitelist acne or skincare. That would then, in theory, allow you to, if you like, find sites in preference to that. Once you basically got that job done, you can then remove it. It can also, there's no limit to how fast ScrapeBox can go, except for your own computer. That's the only limit. ScrapeBox is designed to basically go as fast as possible. It can go up and up and up, but this depends on your speed of your computer. If you got a really old computer or a slow computer, then you can only set up on the lowest level. If you got a really fast computer, you can basically put it up to the fastest speed possible. But in general, regards to ScrapeBox, there is basically no limit to how fast this thing can work. There will be some limit, but most people will never get to. So if you're using ScrapeBox and you got, say you only got one computer, or you can only afford one, then using ScrapeBox in the fast settings is a really bad idea because you'll break your computer. I've never broken a computer using it, but it can happen if you put it too fast. For example, when I used to put my speeds up a bit too fast, my computer would end up getting slower, so then I'd be forced to basically buy a new computer. So that's something you should be aware of. You can also find as well, they do premium plugins as well. I'm just going to show you some of these ones to give you some more ideas of what goes on. So this shows you what you can potentially get. You can buy all 7, you can just buy 1, you can buy the whole lot. So what exactly happens when we buy the premium ones? Well, This basically does things faster for you. The automated thing means you can automate jobs, such as automate finding guest posts, you can automate things. Article Scraper basically is a way you can basically find unique content for your sites. But please note, it doesn't really work that well anymore. It's not because the software is bad, it's just because so many people copy each other's articles nowadays, it doesn't really work as well. Rank Tracker basically means you can track the keyword rankings of your websites, so you can use that as well. It is pretty accurate, I have to admit, it is very accurate. The only thing I've watched, if you put in a lot of keywords, it can make your computer go quite slow, so I would more recommend, if you got a really fast computer, to use that or potentially use Ahrefs. I mean, if you're only tracking like say 10 keywords or 50, it's cool. But if you're tracking like 100, 1,000, 10,000, you will need a powerful computer or you'll need a server which can handle it. The expired domain finder is basically it finds the domains for you. You put in health.com, then it'll find sites which have links of health.com. Then if you see one good, you register it. Yellow Page Scraper is just what I told you before. This will basically scrape the details from Yelp, Yellow Pages. It's got four. I think it's got American, UK, Canada, and Australia in it. Metric Checker, that basically works with regards to moths. So it basically means you can do moth checking within your thing as long as you got an API key. Email Scraper is very good quality. What exactly does the Email Scraper do? Well, it will basically look through Google for all keyword or keyword phrases in relationship to your thing. For example, let's just say we got a dog site. So if I put into it dog food, it will then try and find dog or dog food related niches. So I could contact all these people and say, hey, look, I got a dog site as well. Would you be willing at all to give me a guest post? If so, then please get back to me. Thank you. That's something you could do there. It works better in Windows, but you can if you really want to use an Apple. But I've heard from people who use an Apple, it doesn't generally work as well as Windows. So I would recommend, if you want it, try and use it in Windows. Windows is better in this case for ScrapeBox. A lot of people have told me who use Apple, it doesn't work as well. Now, it could have changed now, it could work better now, I don't know. But a lot of people told me that Windows is better for it. But most of you will probably have Windows anyway. I'm going to show you some other plugins as well. I'm not going to get into every single thing here because that'll take forever, but I'll give you some ideas. You basically get lots of basic add-ons, as they call it, which do jobs for you. 33 free. So, anchor text checkers. So, I can check all my anchor text I want to do that. I know Alex is going to go, so that doesn't really matter anymore, but you could use it for Alex Checker. So, what exactly is a live checker? Well, let's just say we've bought 100 guest posts this year. If we bought 100 guest posts, we might wonder, is our URL dead? We can do that with a live checker quite easy. Article Scraper, it's just like a free version of a paid version. So we can fix our backlink from our competitors as well. So like our Ahrefs a wee bit as well. We can check if I've got any broken links. Again, does it for us, very easy. You can basically resolve the IAP, get data, quite easy. Page authority. Page rank is basically, people argue it's here, people argue, no, I'm not getting into that argument, but you can use that to check. We can also do a Google Quack extractor, so we can see what our site looks like at different things. We've also got basic things which can allow us to do competition finders. We can do image scrapers to find images from, say, Google quite quickly. We can also do a links extractor to extract our internal and external links. We've got the thing I was saying to you before about viruses, so we can check if we believe our site has got malware or a phishing attempt go. I can also convert, if my links are a bit ugly, I can use that as a URL shortener. I can do a mobile site to test if my site's good enough for mobile, quite easy. Outbound link checker, so it can scan the things to tell us. Page authority add-on to basically let us know about most ranks. Page scanner, locate specific text, images, and information. We can also do an index. It basically will try and index your things quicker, so it can be used as an indexer. It does seem to work quite good, I'll be fair. This can basically scrape all URLs using the sitemap scraper, which can be quite useful for certain things. This can tell us how many Facebook likes we got, Twitter retweets, that kind of stuff. Get age peanuts for buttons. I haven't really used that much anymore, but it did work well before. It's sort of like a sort of a domain thing. It used to work from GoDaddy, but I don't think it really does that anymore. But GoDaddy used to work from it. Vanity name checker is basically something we use to check if Web 2.0s are expired or not. Such as we maybe want 100 WordPress, 100 Joomla, Weebly, or something else. So this is basically a ruse. So if we want to find out who owns the site, we can use this thing to find out for us. Free dope, or it basically means duplicate. It removes basically duplicate URLs. That's pretty cool. So we can check if our links are do follow or not. We can also get a free link checker by bulk scanning them, and we get a redirection checker to see if there's any redirections. We can also a social account scraper to mass scan websites. So you can use it for different things, such as trying to get clients. We can also do a Google Meta scraper. It scrapes the description, so you might want to, for some reason, you're basically entering into, say, for argument's sake, the tech niche. You want to see what exactly are your competitors doing. You want to see if they're using better titles than you, or can you copy their ideas or make something better, so you can use that to do that as a potential idea. So you can see it is quite detailed what you can do regarding ScrapeBox as a whole here.